Ilia's in the hospital. He's busted up. I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax and rest and heal.
Dana White has now addressed the aftermath of Ilia Topuria's devastating defeat to Justin Gaethje at the UFC White House event. Reports emerging from within the UFC suggest that attention has shifted away from championship discussions, potential matchups, and even questions about Topuria's next appearance inside the octagon. Instead, the primary concern is his recovery process. Following the significant punishment he endured during one of the most difficult performances of his career, there is increasing belief that his path back to competition could take far more time than fans originally anticipated.
If he fights the right fight, he'll learn a lot from that. I think Ilia wins the rematch, and that's no knock on Justin at all. It's just like, obviously Ilia was a favourite for a reason. But I just think that Ilia, if he doesn't rush as much, fights at a little bit better distance, and then does what he usually does, sets up nice traps, he'll eventually find him. But being so aggressive is sort of what cost him, I believe. Look at his career, and it didn't look like he was gonna ever actually fill the real undisputed belt, and then he goes and massive underdog White House, and then fights the perfect fight and gets the win. Like, that's what adds to this story. I think that's incredible and good on him. Like, I'm obviously a fan of both guys. A big fan of Ilia, and for Justin to do what he did, mate, well done.
What makes this situation even more noteworthy is the challenge it presents for the UFC. Prior to the fight, Topuria was at the center of some of the biggest storylines in the sport, with growing discussions about future title opportunities, major super fights, and how high he could climb among the promotion's biggest stars if his winning streak continued. Now, the UFC is dealing with the possibility that one of its most important names may be forced to spend an extended period away from competition while recovering from injuries that appeared serious enough to require significant medical care. As more photos and reports surfaced after the event, fans began to understand the true physical toll of the contest. Much of the conversation quickly focused on the visible damage around his face and eye, not only because of how alarming it looked, but also because injuries in those areas often lead to recovery periods that are much longer than most people expect.
Oh my God, he's gonna quit. Oh my God, Ilia Topuria, you little bitch. Don't you dare quit like this. I couldn't see, and I carried on fucking fighting because I'm not a little bitch. Ilia looks fucked. Oh my God, you're gonna quit? Oh my God, you quit, you little bitch. Justin Gaethje, man, the ultimate spoiler. I said he was gonna win, didn't I? Oh my God, you quit like a little bitch. My face was worse than yours.
The shots that Justin was landing, and maybe even more impressive, what he endured.
Yeah.
Those rips to the body, those left hooks to the body were so nasty. He got hurt so bad. He almost got finished. Yeah. It looked like he was going to get triangled. It looked like he was going to get arm barred. It was over and over again. He was dominated on the ground.
Yep.
It looked bad. And for him to come back from that, it makes it all the more sweet. And for him to do this at the White House, there was something about him shadow boxing with the American flag wrapped around him when he was warming up.
Your heart's filled.
You couldn't script it any better.
No, see, I knew that was going to happen to him. Walking forward with their hands down on the opening bell, you're going to get walloped.
People saying that he reminds us of you and all that stuff.
No way, does he? He has the same tattoos, he says the same stuff.
Right in front of the same shit.
Right in front of you. Do something about it.
He does the same fucking movements.
Have they understood it? You have.
He was going to scream on the thing. I wish him well. He's alright, I like him. Maybe.
This might be 2-2. Ilia Topuria's on the comeback. 2-2, I'd say. First 2 to Topuria, next 2 to Gaethje.
You hardly mentioned his face being beaten to him. Look at that.
Oh, they're stopping it.
There you go.
Oh, they stopped it. Wow.
Oh, there we go.
The big backflip's coming. He might be too tired for that. No, he's done it.
He's done it.
Oh.
Oh, he's done it. Watch
your neck.
Although every fighter heals at a different pace, fractures to the facial bones and damage around the eye socket often require several months of recovery before an athlete can safely resume intense training, much less begin a full camp for another top-level bout. That is where the situation becomes especially compelling. While Topuria's health remains the main concern for now, the division will continue to evolve in his absence. Gaethje's win has significantly reshaped the title picture, opening the door to multiple high-profile possibilities at once. Many fans feel he has already earned another major matchup right away, while others are speculating that the UFC could look to book a rematch in the future once Topuria has fully recovered and is ready to compete again.
Topuria will look back and go, why didn't I let him up?
What about that 1 minute between the rounds? If Ilia had to come out with that 1 minute when they were looking at him and he said he couldn't see, Justin might have stopped him right then. Ilia had a full minute to completely recover that he should have gotten. Inexperienced doctor.
They overruled Doctor who may not have been as experienced in this.
Mark said it was an inexperienced doctor. You gotta let them fight.
Gotta let them fight.
If they want to fight, you gotta let them fight.
But we'll start at the top. Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria. I don't know shit about fighting. I said every single prediction. Later in the week, I'm like, damn.
20%. You gave him 20%.
Yeah, no. There was a little bit, but in my mind, I'm like, dude, Ilia is so fucking confident and so sharp and so skilled, and Gaethje's too wild. Ilia's gonna knock him out. I was like set. My mind was so set on that. He just fucking broke Ilia's face. He broke his mental. And that was like, that's Ilia's at the hospital 100%, probably for the next little while. That was one of the most crazy, inspiring performances I've ever seen.
Did it show on the broadcast Ilia like fainting when they were leaving or not?
Yeah, he was like resting on his brother's arms on the way out, like nearly collapsing into him quite badly. Dude, he's got a broken orbital, broken cheekbone.
Is that confirmed?
I'm confirming it. I don't even know.
You're a doctor.
Just based on the fights I've seen and the results that we've had back.
And your medical degree.
Yes, I'm actually Dr. Guru here, ready to diagnose Ilia Topuria.
The biggest question now is what Topuria's return fight should be. Before the White House event, his path seemed simple. Keep winning and move toward even bigger opportunities. After the loss to Gaethje, however, recovery time, fan interest, and the UFC's future plans have all become major factors. That's why talk of a Paddy Pimblett matchup continues to grow. Regardless of rankings, it's a fight that could generate huge attention as soon as Topuria is healthy enough to return, and many believe it makes more sense than an immediate rematch.
I would say definitely not a rematch. I mean, I made him quit on the stool. It's not like there was, he hurt me, and I think it was 3-1. I've been 3 rounds to 1, you know. In any election, that's a domination.
Justin Gaethje, the biggest underdog on the card. Ilia Topuria, the new sensation, the new superstar of the sport, just got pieced up, demolished, and stopped by the doctor at the end of round 4. Justin Gaethje, the highlight, gets it done at the White House, does the backflip off the octagon. Oh my God.
Oh, it's really hard to put it into words right now. I mean, just trying to enjoy this moment. And yeah, it was such a crazy ride. We had a lot of delays. A couple of the, like the rehearsal delayed, tonight delayed. But yeah, these are the, again, I wouldn't recommend this to my enemy. We are some of the toughest people on this earth. Mentally, physically, all these guys up here and all the guys that lost tonight. We, and me specifically, I've said it from day one, I'm a promoter's wet dream. And I proved that tonight.
And, you know, you gave him all the respect in terms of like his skill set in there. You know, said probably the second best guy you prepared for outside of Khabib. But now that you're through Ilia, was he as good as you thought he was? Was he better than you thought he was? Just can you talk about what you experienced in there with him?
I mean, he's very good. I mean, my liver still hurts right now. Those body shots were crazy. I mean, he was really, really fast. But, you know, when he didn't get the finish at the end of the second round, I think it really took his spirit. And, you know, again, I said it in the press conference leading up. I was like, he really backed himself into a corner saying he's going to be so dominant. And I said it. When we go to the second round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? When we go to the third round, you're going to be like, what the fuck? And, you know, that's what I did tonight.
did you feel he was broken after he didn't get that finish?
I never felt he was broken because he was so dangerous at the whole time. But in the third round, when I started landing those jabs, when he started finding his back foot, I knew something was different.
But it never came, and it never came. And when you rely on power, Justin Gaethje KOs you in round 4 and leaves you on the stool, quitting, saying no more. Absolutely generational performance by Justin Gaethje at 37 years of age. 37 years of age. Generational performance from him, man.
The rivalry between the two fighters is already well established, and fan interest remains extremely high. If the UFC decides that Topuria's return should be a major showcase fight rather than an immediate push back into the title picture, it's easy to see why Paddy Pimblett continues to be mentioned. On the other hand, many believe Topuria has earned the chance to redeem himself after this setback. Throughout combat sports history, numerous fighters have bounced back from defeats and returned better than ever, which is why many fans view this not as the end of his journey, but as the start of a new phase. That's what makes Dana White's remarks so significant. The UFC now faces important decisions. The division has new questions surrounding it, and Topuria must navigate the first real challenge of a career that once looked unstoppable. Often moments like these shape a fighter's legacy more than victories do. Success builds momentum, but adversity reveals character, resilience, and the ability to evolve. At this stage, no one knows when Topuria will return or what opponent will be waiting for him. What is clear is that the UFC White House card did far more than determine the outcome of a single fight. It reshaped the direction of a division, created uncertainty around one of MMA's biggest stars, and sparked ongoing debate about what comes next. Until Topuria is healthy enough to compete again, those discussions are only going to intensify.